Welcome to our first interview of the Star Award for the month of May 2022. And we have with us Manali Ghosh. She is one of the youngest and sought after musicians in the Indian music industry. She has performed in several concerts and has been a playback singer for many films in India and abroad. So we will have an interactive session with her, and we would appreciate if you watch it live, and if you have any questions, we would like to answer as much as possible. So stay tuned. Here we welcome Manali. Welcome to the interview, Manali.
Thank you so much. Namaskar to all your audience. Thank you. Thanks to you and your academy organization for this nice initiative. And it's such a privilege for me. I'm feeling very special and responsible.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful introduction, I think. So yes, my name is Reshma Patra. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Tanima.com, Tanima Digital Private Limited. And we are an exclusive performing arts company in India, and we are here to nurture our relationship with good musicians, and we want to promote good music. So, Manali, starting away with our interview, my first question to you is, so you have trained in Hindustani vocal classical music with Pandit Ajay Chakraborty and then with Vidushi Kaushiki Chakraborty. When you assess your own improvement as a performing artist, what are the specific lessons that you keep in mind from your learning sessions from such gurus? We would like to know.
There are so many things, everything. When I am brought up under his tutelage, my Guruji's tutelage, it's always. Hello?
Yes, Manali.
Yeah. So there are so many things, every aspect of my Guruji's personality is so much enriching and learning. But one thing, apart from all the technicalities and how to do riyas, apart from that, I think the bonding he shares with music, he doesn't allow anybody between him and music. Yeah, Kaushiki Didi. So their bonding with music is something, the relation, their love for music, dedication, that is beyond any kind of professional achievement or success. That's completely there. The relation they share with music is something which is to be learned, because it's Guruji's lesson. Guruji has always taught me that the biggest guru you have inside you. So inner being, he always stressed on that. But, with the passage of time, as I'm also growing, I don't, get so much time like my childhood days, like my school days, to go to my Guruji's place very regularly. But right now I can understand the value of that bonding that an artist should have, and how to make that relation with me and music. That actually keeps me going.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So when we talk about your performances on stage, so we would like to know, our viewers would want to know, are there anything technical that you keep in mind, or is it all improvisation based on your performance style?
Can you please repeat again?
Yeah, all I'm saying is, so when you are performing on stage, or maybe you are playback singing for a movie track, is there any specific lessons that you remember, or anything that you remember from your classes that you had with Guruji?
Focus, concentration when you are singing something. 100% focus on that piece. Guruji, it's a together journey of sur, tal, and expression from the lyrics. The focus is the only thing. My Guruji always says that if your focus is for even a fraction of a second, if it is diverted, then you're gone.
Wow, that's brilliant. Really, wow, awesome. So we will move on to our next question to you. So apart from your performances in major music festivals and prestigious stage platforms in India, you are also an All India radio artist in Mumbai. So our audience would like to know, how hard is it to get selected for the All India radio program? Is there a long list of candidates who are reviewed for a certain broadcast? and how was your experience in the selection process? And ultimately, how did you prepare for the recording of such a prestigious performance? Was it a live broadcast or what was it like? First, the selection process, and then, of course, what the performance.
So it's a privilege, All India Radio is the heritage of our country when it comes to music. So first of all, I was never very much focused on having grades or something else because my Guruji never believed in that. So I'm not brought up with that mindset of, having those logos or something else. But when I was in Mumbai, some of my friends, they just suggested me. I went to AIR and there were people. Actually, at that time I was in Mumbai and there was somebody in AIR. He is Bengali, so we actually talked a lot. And he told that I'll tell you when they will audition, when they will select, announce the audition. After that, there were all the procedures people know, the list of 25 ragas and one choice raga, and the other is random. They can ask but you have to get prepared for all of that. I I knew it, but I became more focused on that, as that is normal. But if you talk about the difficulty, I never thought about the difficulty. I just focused on what I can do, whether I can deliver it while performing or not. That's all I could do. I actually didn't focus on the difficulty side. And somebody there told me that always keep your focus on sur, tal, expression, and the lyrics. The pronunciation of the lyrics. That is very important when it comes to radio. And their authenticity, whether it's right or not. These are the things. And for Mumbai, I'll tell that the Mumbai AIR stations, they are so cooperative. All the participants were asked to practice with the tabla player. They allowed each and every participant to do that before the audition. They were so strict that nobody just couldn't pronounce their name. Everybody is coded with a number. You just cannot tell your name because it is so fair. The judgment is so fair over there. And everybody got the chance to practice before going to the audition room with the tabla player. And it was amazing. Third of all, they didn't interrupt when we sang. They actually listened to the whole performance. If sometimes I have heard the story that if some participant is singing, they are well prepared. They took the preparation since long time, but somehow if that performance is disturbed, then the focus goes on. Yeah, that is not good for a performer. But that didn't happen in my when I appeared for the audition. So it was, for me, it was a very pleasant experience, and I really feel very privileged at the same time grateful to the AIR for it added some logo, added another stage, added another logo to my profile. So I really liked it.
Yes, absolutely. It adds a great feather to your cap. Absolutely. So you are saying that it is already a set guidelines, how many ragas you should know and stuff like that. So candidates are aware of it and they were very cooperative and it's a very fair process. That's wonderful. But yes, I mean, your talent comes first, as we all know.
For me, it was very pleasant. I have also heard so many different stories, which also different music students. But for me, it was really good, and I am very thankful to the Mumbai set, who took care of all those things. I used to stay in some staying guest house. They had cooperated with all my queries, and I was thoroughly supported.
That's wonderful. Yes. So was it a live broadcast or did you record your performance?
They were both. Live was also there, recorded was also there. First of all, I sang. It was auditioned. After that, it was recorded. It was sent to Delhi. So after that, I didn't record it. Then they broadcasted in, I think, DD Marathi, if I'm not wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. Great experience. And that too, your talent has got you through, to the All India Radio performance at such a young age. You were so young. So which year was this?
I think it was in 2019 I recorded, performance for the first time for AIR. But if,
Okay.
there is a funny story. If I have time to share, then I can share.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
When I was a kid, in a rice ceremony, we are given to choose something, in our tradition. I don't know whether you have it at your home or not, but always always I heard the story that when I was a kid, my grandmother kept the radio as well with my toys and all the things are kept. So actually, I chose radio in one hand and money in other hand.
Wow, that's a great combination. Yeah, we all love money for sure. But yeah, choosing the radio, definitely it was, you had the destined path of choosing.
I think there was a connection between me and radio. And after that, when I was in school, when I was in school, so there were inter-school competitions and something. So my school teacher, they also selected me, and we performed this song so that we learned from Shruti Nandan, and we also got, we really ranked well. We got even money and prize from radio station.
Wow.
But that is my individual, not individual, but I was kind of representative of our school. Yeah. So
That's
those
wonderful.
are all different stories about radio.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Nice to know. Yes, usually we don't get to know these sort of, small moments from artists' life. That's why we are also doing this interview with eminent young artists like you. Really, it means a lot to us and to our viewers. Okay, we will move on to the next question, which is, I just want to know something about your performance at Prithvi Theatre, Mumbai. So I know that Prithvi Theatre is majorly known for legendary theatre artists and theatre performances. But as a playback singer, how was your experience? And please tell us a little bit about it.
Prithvi Theatre is connected in my life in a completely different way. It actually is a completely different story. I started going there because I was connected to some theatre group that is called Theatre Group. That was an initiative of Dinesh Tagore. He is a renowned actor. But I just couldn't. Somehow I didn't work with them because of my schedule. It was not matching. After that, I was in Mumbai and I performed in Bhavan, that is in Andheri, and there was an uncle. He actually suggested me that Om Katare, he is looking for some singer, some actor. So I just thought that okay, if he needs a singer, then I'm just talking. I'm just sending him link or something. I did something, and he talked to me that can you please act? I was like, no sir, I never acted. But he wanted me to. He wanted to meet up with me. I went there, and for the first time, I sang for a play that is called Ye Tera Dil Ye Mera Dil. Actually, in that play, I didn't have any line, but I had to act and I had to sing. I had to walk and express. Yeah. After that, in 2019, I did Hum Paanch, where I had to sing. I had to play a role of the music teacher. I had lines with Jayaji and other, the actors are really professional. With them, I got a chance to work, that too for acting. After that, I did another short play that is called Main Suman, where I was a musician. That was the role character of a daughter who sings. And this is my experience mostly for theatre with Prithvi Theatre. Yeah.
Perfect. In fact, I am aware of some of the musicians in Mumbai in Bollywood film industry. They are regular actors at various theatres, and this is something we definitely want to work towards. We want to nurture the talents of musicians, and we are also coming up maybe in the next year some short films where we are looking for these talents like you. I mean, people who have substantial music education in Hindustani classical music, and they can as well, act and deliver dialogues in a film. We are coming up with such projects, and this is also my humble message to all of our viewers. If you are young artists and you are pursuing music education, Hindustani classical music especially, and for other performing arts education, if you are pursuing, we want to get to know you because we also will cast you in our films. So thank you so much, Manali. That's a great insight. Absolutely. Oh my God, you made my day.
I'll be very happy if I could do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you are a star. top artist.
You were begging me. Thank you so much.
It's mine. Good luck. Yes. It's my
I
good
was
fortune.
really, I never thought about becoming an actor or acting, but it happened. I enjoyed a lot. It was enriching learning. As a human being, as an artist, I grew up. And I really loved
Absolutely.
it. Learned from
Yeah,
it.
and that's a great platform. I think, in fact, I personally think, this is my personal opinion, that there are multiple artists hidden in one artist. In fact, I see that in many other serious artists as well. I mean, somebody may be a dancer, but they are acting very well in theaters and even in films. So yeah. Okay. Now moving on to the next question for you on this interview is, so you have worked with SM Studios, Karma Studios in Mumbai, and your first playback was released in a Telugu film named Law, LAW, with Satya Kashyap. It must be an exciting experience working with a film crew, and we would love to know about the paycheck element when you debut as a playback singer. So I just want to know, what did you sing? If you could sing that for us, a few melodies, if you are comfortable. And how long was your singing piece? Was it 5 minutes or was it 10 minutes? And how much did you get paid for that? If you could kindly share.
Uh, I actually worked with SM Studio. Because of the SM Studio, I could actually come in Mumbai. It was for Hanuman Chalisa recording. After that, I started to stay in Mumbai in 2019. I went to the Karma Studios for some work. So both in SM Studio and Karma Studio, I got fair amount of payment for my contributor level. But for the first playback, it was kind of, you're giving us first break. So I didn't actually ask. So it was nice. The music composer, he has always been nice, but there are some things you just cannot do when the film industry is going in a flow. So that time actually I also thought that, okay, I'm staying in Mumbai. So if I'm getting an opportunity, I should go and sing and dub. After that, I came in Kolkata. After the puja, after Durga Puja time, I can remember. Suddenly, I got to know that voice was selected and my song has been published in Telugu movie. So that time, actually, I was enjoying. Yeah, from that event, if I could have payment, it would have added more pleasure, more excitement. But still, I'm grateful. I always try to stay in the state of gratitude.
Okay. Okay. So should I assume that there was no payment for your debut
Yeah,
performance in the
no,
Telugu film?
nothing.
Okay. Now that's actually disappointing in my opinion, but every artist should be paid. In fact, it's like even in technology industry, like where I come from, these days no interns work for free. Even who are students, just first year, second year students, I have never not paid an intern. In fact, even if they are learning on the go, I pay them a stipend, monthly stipend. And the organized companies that are into hiring and contracting students, interns, they make it mandatory for employers to pay. So I believe this is a message I want to send out to any music director, any film director, any producer who is utilizing any performing artist talent. Please pay up.
Actually, what happens, I think we are really told that you sing if your voice has been selected. When I was singing, when somebody is recording, that should be broadcasted or not. Later, somehow these questions, I don't know, just get vaporized.
Yeah. But your voice was selected, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So they should have notified you, and you should also stay in touch with them. You selected my song. I would like to discuss my remuneration. This is also one thing I want to work with artists with, how to groom, how to, prepare yourself to face the professional world. It's often very harsh and we have to be very strong minded and we have to be polite, yet just put out across what we think about and what is fair. So yeah. Okay, that's great. But I would like to also mention that in my knowledge, I have seen classical musicians when they start their first concert performance, like 100 people watching in an auditorium or in a prestigious stage platform. A young artist of perhaps 22, 25 years old, they are getting 5,000, 6,000 rupees at least, minimum, maybe just to play 10 minutes of piece or 15 minutes of piece. And maybe for the first performance, I'm not saying, for all performances, but this is my knowledge. I have gathered this information. So if you are playback singing as a debut, I think it should be at least 10,000 rupees. Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to our next question, which is, this is one of my favorite questions. So I'm aware that you are a popular classical singer in Kolkata, India, and a sought after vocalist for various commercial albums and celebrity coaches. So they hire you for performances, stage performances. Tell us something about a few of your memorable memories. Which is that keeps you going and feel positive about? I mean, your personal feeling and experience of any performance or any commercial engagement with any such organizers or people who hire you or you contract you. Yes, any memorable experience.
I started to perform Khayal in Guru Purnima. Before that, honestly speaking, I never had thought of becoming a Khayal artist. So it was kind of, I used to think that I should learn it, but it's not to be performed. I should learn it. I should do riyas. I should sing. I should be singing other genre songs. It's my Guruji who actually believed in me that you can do it. And after that, I started to perform. So my first performance, it was in Ravindra Sadhan, Guru Purnima. It was, I think, 2009. Yeah. No, not 2009. I think 2009 or 10. Yeah. So it was Ravindra Sadhan's first performance. The concert started with my performance. I performed Madhuvanti, Ravindra Sadhan. So, packed up auditorium and all the, big names of our industry. They were sitting in the front rows. And Guruji didn't listen to me before because he was in US too. So Onolda, I can remember, Onolda actually took care of my performance. I just sang and he listened to me for once or twice. So when I actually sat on the stage, I was very much doubtful whether, what it would result. Yeah. But by God's grace, that was something, my first step in this journey. That has been very successful. Even there was some review in Bottoman newspaper. The journalist called the Guruji and he had praised. And Guruji later called me up and he was like, he was scolding me because he expected something more. So I just wanted to know, what did he say? What did the journalist say? And he was like, you don't need to know. He just forgot that. But it was really mesmerizing for me. Yeah. I was talking about my performance. I was like the experience. When I got down from the stage, then all my senior Guru Bhais, whom I really admired since my childhood, they came on their own and they appreciated me. And I was like, okay, I can do it. It's such an inspiration. When it comes to Indian classical music, it has always been such an inspiration. So that was very memorable experience. I'll never forget that day. My first recording, that was in Sukhanandan studio, Ananjan studio. So you may have the link in Multani, where I sang Multani. That's still there in Guruji's website, I think, Guruji's YouTube channel. So that was also one take.
Talent Zone. I have seen it. Yes, the YouTube video.
Very new. The studio was new. That time YouTube was not very popular.
Not there.
Everybody, we even didn't start. I didn't start to have, my own YouTube videos or not. That time it was really something great going on. I mean, if you look back to those days, that time Guruji was keeping my performance. It was one take, and everybody was there. So obviously that has been, although I had some issues in my vocal cord, if you listen to it, being very honest, that time I really had some issues. But everything went on and nicely. And people watched it. I didn't know that so many people from Guruji's website, they listened to me. They talked about it. And when I went to Mumbai, they actually, I can remember when I went to Sangeet Sadhak, that is a popular circle in Maharashtra of classical musicians. Ramakant Gaikwad, he just told me, you are the guy who sang Multani in Guruji's website. Okay. So I didn't know that I was, they knew me through that performance. So of course, first of all, that is my Guruji's website. And secondly, it was done in such a professional way. So it's a very different feeling when it comes from your Guru. It's a package of blessing and I just cannot express it. That is very precious. Third, I went to Nairobi with Kaushiki Didi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nairobi.
and he suddenly on stage, she asked me whether you sing. I was really not mentally prepared. And I was like, yes. I was excited to sing with her. But at the same time, I was like, I'm saying yes. Should I tell it? And I just performed when she asked me to perform on the stage. People appreciated. And she actually introduced me with the audience in such a way, because that kind of appreciation when you get from your gurus, that is
Absolutely.
very remarkable. I cannot tell the price of that joy. That will always be in my memory. I don't know whether I'll get that opportunity or that kind of moment in my future or not. That is something, you're grown up seeing that person. I'm grown up seeing that person. She has always been the biggest inspiration since my childhood. Suddenly, I started to work for her company and her work, and I was traveling, and she asked me to sing with her, and it was so sudden, and people appreciated me. That was very memorable. Fourth, when I was recording in Mumbai, I was in Hariharan's studio, and
Wow.
his studio is always um, Saibu V. Siman. He is a programmer. He's a very senior programmer and music producer. He is an amazing man. He's very senior to me, but he's very friendly, yet affectionate, yet very supportive. When I was singing, I was recording a song in his studio. I got a little nervous, and he could actually understand it. I don't know why it happened, but after going there, he came out and he told me that, Manali, so abhi यहाँ पे back or soon. Every good, popular musician, they record it first time in my studio, and this is also his
Wow.
first. So I know that you will make it great, and I can understand it. That time, he those words were those were healing words. That time, I just got the support from a person like him, and still,
Right.
before 2 days even, I was talking to him. Last time I went to Mumbai before some months, he has always been one of my biggest supports. I love to work in his studio, and whenever the studio is vacant, and if I can record, he will talk to me. And sometimes, I go there, and he says that after some time, you have to pack up your recording after that Shreya Ghoshal is coming. So, I really felt so excited. So,
Oh, absolutely.
I just,
So yeah, so what?
nice person.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, I also performed in front of Shatrugna Sinha, in front of Manoj Joshi when I worked in Prithvi Theatre and Yatri Theatre group, Om Katar's play. Those memories are also very different, not only music, but very special for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, this shows your multidimensional personality as an artist. And what I gather from the insights that you share is that the importance of a true guru, that's what comes forward from your experiences. And this is also something I would like to share with the students of our academy and for any sincere students of Hindustani, any music, that, you know, being surrendering as a student is an essential quality. Like if you learn with complete shraddha towards the guru, a guru will take you, light your path ahead. So that's what has happened a lot in your case. I mean, your first performance in Robindra Sharon, that's a huge accomplishment in itself. So that's awesome. And then Kaushiki ji encouraging you to perform and you actually doing it on a foreign tour. She could have, hogged all the limelight herself, but she did not do that. She gave you the opportunity. So that really means, yeah.
Going up, he used to, I'm getting echo. I think, please keep your microphone. Yeah. So still, when I'm growing as a musician, my life experience for Kaushiki Didi, I should tell that some of her suggestions, some of her advices, those are more than for only, those are more than career. I mean, those are not meant for career. She always, teaches from her life journey, for her experience with life. And with the passage of time, I can relate more all of her advices. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share at least two such advice with us?
Okay. First of all, she wanted me to sing, and she really wanted, she was like, if you're focused on performance, then you don't need to work for me. That liberty she gives to me. First of all, she was encouraging. She was telling like, whenever you're getting any opportunity, just go and sing. Kind of, you should have the practice having stage performances. That is also different sector to Riyaz. How to sit on stage, how to do regular performances first. And second, which I really, every day I can feel, experience and realize that self-love. Giving priority to yourself, if I can feel her words ring in my ear that, always prioritize yourself, your choices. If you don't do that, after a certain you're gone. So I can
True. Very profound. Really. Yeah, that's really profound. We have to respect ourselves and love ourselves more than anything else. And also, yeah, the stage performance thing, you should, perform on stages to get your own experiences. Yeah, wonderful. And now the last question for the main interview round is here. So, as you continue to perform at international platforms, we would love to know about your aspirations and how you plan to proceed ahead in your career path as a performing artist, as a masterclass coach, or a playback singer in India and abroad. So how do you see yourself and what are your aspirations? If you could briefly tell us.
To be very honest, I never planned to come in Mumbai. Things happen. I believe in things happen in divine timing. Yeah, I'm not telling that I focus on watching movies or having only holidays. So, I knew before today. So I take action on impulses. So I'm very clear about what I want to do. That is, I want to sing more and more because I love to sing, whether it's on stage, whether it's in studio, whether it's in theater. I'm not focused to become a theater actor, but still, I love to sing. And for internationally, I recently have performed in VUC. So that was, of course.
Yes. Yeah, so basically you would love to explore more singing platforms, whether it comes in the form of film or a theater or on VUC. Yeah, that's an international platform. Wonderful. That sounds good. Now, we will quickly begin your... Yes.
I love to sing. The passion for music, that is the driving force. So I just want to spread happiness through music. That is not spread. First of all, I'll enjoy, and only then happiness will radiate through my performance.
Yeah, wonderful. Now we will begin with our fun rapid fire round. So, are you excited, Manali? Okay. Your top 3 summer ragas.
Bihag, Kalavati, Madhuvanti.
Perfect. And what is a raga? Describe in less than 100 words.
It's an emotion. It's alignment with you and your inner being. Emotionally, yeah, it's an emotion.
Okay, perfect. Next is you have performed in almost 100 concerts. Share your top 5 tips for aspiring concert performers.
Mm, enjoy singing.
That's just one. I said top 5.
Enjoy singing. Think about why I am singing, the reason why I am doing it. Third, uh, uh, connect with your audience through
Yeah.
emotion. Yeah.
Anything
So,
about dress? Like, can I, if I aspire to sing on a on a concert, can I sing in this attire, like a blazer and a shirt, or is it mandatory to wear an ethnic dress?
no, actually that is not allowed. I
Okay,
didn't see it.
that's a mandatory
I,
requirement.
but no, actually it's a mental setup. We are accustomed to see ourselves as we are. I mean, it's a mental setup. If you can digest it, then it.
Perfect. So, what is the last tip for aspiring performers? I think there is some interruption in the internet connection. Manali, are you there? Yeah, I'm sorry, we are facing some technical difficulties here. Yeah, we are sorry, Manali had to disconnect. I think there was some internet disconnection. But we have come to the almost, yeah. Yeah, Manali, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, what was the last tip? Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
your,
Yeah, of course, because I love Indian attire. I'm accustomed with that. So of course I'll tell to explore more fascinating aspects of Indian beauty and our tradition and heritage. And yeah, the fifth tip is really, I think it should be valuable. Getting connected with your accompanist and how to interact with them. And it's a total team game. It's not just about.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, even
it's
I think so.
also, yeah, learning from your performance every day.
Absolutely. Wow, that's valuable indeed. Yes, we also encourage our students to, come to group classes. So it's not just learning the music, it's all about, a lot about team spirit as well. How we comfortably talk to our fellow performers and even friends. Wonderful. Going forward in the rapid fire round, sing a palta that we will challenge our students with.
Sa re ga re ga ma ga re sa ma pa ga pa ma ga.
Wonderful. That's cool. Really cool.
Ah,
Name your 3 favorite percussionists that you have performed with or would like to perform with on stage performance. 3.
three percussionists
Yes.
or accompanists. Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, accompanist or percussionist.
I would like to get accompanied by Swapnil Dada. I have listened to him. I talked to him. He knows me as well, but I never get to
What's his full
perform with
name?
him. Swapnil Vise. He's from Maharashtra. He's the disciple of Pandit Yogesh Tamsiji. Yeah, I
Okay,
love his
one.
accompaniment. Yeah, one. Second is, I think I haven't performed with Indranilda. Indranilda is from Shruti Nandan. He knows me, but I never get to perform with him on stage.
So he's a vocalist or tabla player?
He's a tabla player.
Okay. Indranil, what is his full name?
Indranil Bhaduri.
Indranil Bhaduri. Okay, I will do my best to have him on one of our interviews if possible, if he accepts it. Okay.
You know Shobhan. Actually, you knew me through Shobhan.
Yes, Shobhan. Yes, yes.
He's like my own younger brother. I have performed with him, and he's such a nice person and brilliant musician. I have performed with him, and I'll always love to perform with him.
Perfect. Okay, moving forward with the rapid fire round. I will tell you three names of Indian Hindustani vocal classical maestros of India, and I would like you to rate them from 1 to 3. 1 being your most favorite artist. So the names are Ustad Rashid Khan, Begum Parveen Sultana, Pandit Sajan Mishra.
I just cannot rate them. 3 of these are my favorites. But personally, I have listened to Ustad Rashid Khan very much when I was in college days. So I think, if you listen to somebody on a regular basis, so your subconscious mind gets convinced with that gayaki, and it becomes more relatable. So that is a psychological thing I know.
Just name them. Yeah. So your most favorite is Ustad Rashid Khan.
It's never for the comparison because I am nobody to compare.
Absolutely. Second?
Second, Begum Parveen Sultana, and then Sajan Mishra.
Great. Going forward, 3 semi-classical songs from Bollywood or Tollywood. 3 songs. Semi-classical.
Mardala.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Devdas.
Yeah. Diwani Mastani.
Yeah. Okay.
And Mohi Rang Do Lal.
Perfect. And
I'm only favorite, but I have to name only 3.
Yeah. Yes, you have to name 3. That's the rapid fire round all about. And any specific kind of movies or short films that you would love to sing playback for? Or any you can name any production house for that matter, or any OTT channel that for that matter.
There's so many things. I would love to sing for Sanjay Leela Bhansali films with A.R. Rahman sir, with Dharma production. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. And the last question in the rapid fire round is your advice for Indian music students of this generation. I mean, students who are sincerely learning Hindustani classical music. Your advice for them. At least
keeping consistency in riyaz, because I know they have to go through so many examinations and all. But there is no substitute of riyaz, because I have seen more talented singers. They are really much talented. Even if you think about Baragamani Khasa, I think he's the biggest name, perhaps the biggest name in Indian classical music. Sorry, as an English. So still, they were so much. They were so talented. But still, my Guruji says that he used to practice 24/7 a day. Why?
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, but at the same time, I will say that in my childhood, sometimes I used to do riyaz because I am told to do so. Sometimes I didn't take care of my voice very much. But there should be a balance so that you can have the love for your subject. That is the most important thing. Lovingly doing a riyaz. That is the key.
Right. Wonderful. Yes. In fact, this coming from you means a lot to all of our students, and I hope many more students watch this interview. Yes, Riyaz, there is no substitute for Riyaz. Even if somebody is very born talented, if students don't do the Riyaz or the practice, it's almost impossible to, make a progress in their journey. Okay, thank you so much, Manali. We have come to the end of the interview. It was a pleasure having you live with us in an interview, and thank you so much for being the star, artist for this month for us. I will ever be grateful to have got a chance to meet with you, to get to know your journey, and because I don't come from the music industry at all. So it has been a pleasure working with you, and we will stay in touch. Thank you so much, Manali.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for featuring me, for interviewing me. I'm really privileged. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. Namaskar.